Picture this. You wake up, check your phone, and there's no date. No Monday or Friday. No weekends. No birthdays. Just time passing. Sounds impossible, right? But what if I told you that days, the very thing we base our entire lives on, are just something we made up? And here's the crazy part. If they vanished tomorrow, civilization as we know it would collapse within hours. Not days, not weeks, hours. Stick around, because what happens next will change how you see time forever. All right, let's get into this. So first off, what even is a day? You might think it's just when the sun comes up and goes down, but it's way more than that. A day is humanity's organizing principle. It's how we sync up 7 billion people to work together, eat together, sleep together. Without days, we're just random animals wandering around in the dark. But here's where it gets interesting. Days aren't some natural law of the universe. They're a human invention, a way we carved up time so we could make sense of it. Sure, the Earth rotates every 24 hours, but calling that rotation a day and splitting it into hours, minutes, and seconds, that's all us. We made that up. Now imagine it's gone. So let's say you wake up one morning and days just don't exist anymore. No calendars, no clocks showing dates. Just continuous time with no markers, no structure. At first, you'd probably think it's a weird tech glitch. Maybe your phone's broken. You'd check your computer, your watch. Nothing. No date. People start posting online like, "Is anyone else's calendar blank?" And within minutes, it's trending everywhere. But here's the thing. You've got nowhere to be. Think about it. Your job? It says, be here Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, but there's no Monday anymore. Your dentist appointment? It was scheduled for next Tuesday at 2 p.m. What's Tuesday? Your kid's soccer game? Saturday morning. Except Saturday doesn't exist. Everything just stops. By now, the confusion turns into genuine panic. Businesses don't know if they should open. Employees don't know if they should show up. Schools are in chaos because nobody knows if it's a school day or not. And let's talk about the global economy for a second, because this is where things get really ugly, really fast. The stock market? Closed. Or is it open? Nobody knows. Banks can't process transactions because everything runs on dates, loan payments, interest calculations, contract deadlines. When is your mortgage due? When does your credit card payment process? No clue. Supply chains completely fall apart. Delivery trucks don't know when to arrive. Factories don't know when to ship products. Grocery stores can't restock because their entire system is based on delivery schedules, Wednesdays and Saturdays. Well, those don't exist anymore. Within 3 hours, store shelves start looking empty in some places. Not because there's no food, but because nobody knows how to coordinate getting food from point A to point B anymore. Now we're 8 hours in, and things are getting desperate. Hospitals are in crisis mode. Think about it. Medication schedules are based on days. Take this pill twice a day for 7 days. What does that even mean now? Surgery schedules? Gone? Chemotherapy appointments. No idea when they're supposed to happen. Doctors and nurses are trying to show up for their shifts, but there are no shifts anymore because shifts were based on days of the week. Emergency services are overwhelmed. People are calling 911 like crazy, but even coordinating emergency response is impossible now. Ambulances, fire trucks, police patrols, everything ran on schedules. 24-hour shifts, day shifts, night shifts. All of that is based on days existing. And here's something you probably didn't think about: power grids. Electricity doesn't just happen. Power plants run on maintenance schedules, daily checks, weekly maintenance, monthly inspections. Energy demand is predicted based on patterns. Weekday mornings when everyone wakes up, weekend afternoons, seasonal changes. Without days, energy companies can't predict demand. They can't schedule maintenance. Some areas start experiencing rolling blackouts because nobody knows how to manage the grid anymore. Here's where it gets philosophical for a second. How do we even measure time now? We can't say day 2 because days don't exist. So let's say 24 hours later. But 24 hours is just one rotation of the Earth, which is what we called a day. See how confusing this gets? Anyway, about 24 hours in, people are trying to adapt, but it's not going well. Some folks try to create new systems. Okay, let's just count rotations. This is rotation 1, rotation 2. But here's the problem. That only works if everyone agrees. And in a world of 8 billion people across hundreds of countries, speaking thousands of languages, getting everyone to agree on a new time system? Good luck. Meanwhile, air travel is completely grounded. Flights were scheduled for specific days and times. Airlines can't figure out when planes should take off or land. Pilots don't know when their shifts are. Air traffic control is in chaos. Every plane in the sky when this happened managed to land, but now everything's stopped. Same with trains, buses, subways. Public transportation runs on schedules based on days. Without days, nobody knows when the next train comes. Is it coming at all? People are stranded everywhere. But the really scary part isn't the logistics. It's what happens to people. Humans need structure. We're creatures of routine. We organize our entire lives around days, work days, rest days, special days. Your brain literally depends on this structure to function properly. Without days, people lose their anchors. When do you sleep? When do you eat? When do you work? When do you rest? Some people try to keep their old routines. I'll just sleep when I'm tired and eat when I'm hungry. But that falls apart fast. Your body's circadian rhythm is based on day-night cycles. Without the structure of days to organize this, people's sleep schedules go haywire. Some folks start sleeping 14 hours. Others can't sleep at all. Depression rates would skyrocket. Think about how many people live for the weekend. Just gotta make it to Friday. Well, Friday's gone. There's no weekend to look forward to. No holidays, no birthdays, no anniversaries. Time just flows with no markers, no celebrations, no breaks. Relationships start falling apart. "I'll see you Thursday" doesn't mean anything. Making plans becomes impossible. How do you coordinate meeting up with someone? "Let's meet in 47 hours." That doesn't work when both of you are losing track of time. After a week, or I guess 7 rotations of the Earth, society is unrecognizable. Governments try to restore order, but they can't. Laws are based on days, court dates, filing deadlines, statutes of limitations, all gone. The entire legal system collapses. Money becomes weird. How do you calculate interest without days? How do you pay employees? "You'll get paid every 2 weeks" doesn't work. Do you pay people for hours worked? But how do you track hours without days to mark them? Education is dead. Schools need structure, grade levels, semesters, lesson plans spread across days and weeks. Without that structure, teaching is impossible. Kids stop going to school because there's no school days anymore. And here's a dark thought. Agriculture fails. Farmers plant crops based on season, sure, but they also track days. Plant this 60 days before the first frost. Water every 3 days. Harvest after 90 days. Without days, farmers can't track growth cycles. They can't plan planting or harvesting. Food production drops dramatically. Within a few months, or however we're measuring time now, we're facing real famine in many parts of the world. So here's the thing this whole thought experiment shows us. Days are more than just a way to mark time. They're the foundation of human civilization. Days give us structure. They let us coordinate. They let us plan. They let us hope. Tomorrow will be better. I'll see you next Monday. The weekend is coming. Without days, we lose all of that. We lose the ability to make promises because we can't say when we'll keep them. We lose the ability to remember because we can't mark when things happened. That was 3 weeks ago becomes meaningless. We lose history itself. How do we record events without dates? How do we celebrate anniversaries? How do we remember the dead if we can't mark the day they died? Now, obviously, this scenario is impossible. Days can't just disappear because they're based on physical reality, the Earth rotating. But here's what this tells us about the world we actually live in. We take time for granted. We assume tomorrow will come, that Monday follows Sunday, that the calendar will keep working. But all of that is a shared agreement. It only works because we all believe in it and follow it. If that agreement broke, if even a portion of people decided to stop following the calendar, things would get messy real fast. In some ways, we already see mini versions of this. Time zones are confusing enough when you're scheduling international calls. Daylight saving time messes people up twice a year. Different countries celebrate New Year at different times based on different calendars. But we make it work because we agree on the system. We accept days as real even though they're just a human construct. So what's the point of all this? The point is that the invisible structures holding our world together, things like days, like time, like calendars, are more important than we realize. They seem so basic, so obvious, that we never think about them. But if they vanished, civilization would collapse almost instantly. Days aren't just about the sun rising and setting. They're about humanity's ability to work together across distance and time. They're about planning for the future and learning from the past. They're about hope and memory and structure and meaning. Without days, we don't just lose track of time. We lose ourselves. So next time you're dreading Monday or counting down to the weekend, remember, the fact that you can count down, that you can dread Monday, that you have a weekend to look forward to, that's not something to take for granted. That's civilization working exactly as it should. And honestly, that's pretty amazing when you think about it. So there you have it. A world without days isn't just inconvenient, it's apocalyptic. Makes you appreciate your calendar a little more, doesn't it? If this video made you think differently about time, hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-bending scenarios, and drop a comment. How long do you think you'd last in a world without days? See you in the next one, or should I say, see you in approximately 604,800 seconds. Yeah, that doesn't have the same ring to it.